Hi, this is your application specialist, Adam Best at FREY Municipal Software. Today, I'll be demonstrating some great tips and tricks for your cubic utility billing system release 23. This is a wonderful opportunity to explore and learn how to get more value out of your cubic utility billing system. I have 10 items to share with you in today's demonstration. Let's get started. For the first tip and trick, we're going to talk about the top usage charges report. Here under customers, and reports, we have top usage charges report. If I click on that, and where I'm talking about now is right here when you click on this report on, when you click on top usage, you can see print charges for high usage. I can print on top charges, I can print usage for high charges. I can also do the same thing for top average usage to print average charges for the average usage. Or I could even go down here and I can go to top average charges and I can print average usage for average charges. This can be useful for seeing the top usage and charges for customers in the same report. So that way you can see kind of both sides of it. Let me pull up something right here real quick. I'll click on that and then we'll go ahead and bring that up. I forgot to put in a number here. And then let's go ahead and bring that up and we'll go ahead and preview that of the demo data. It'll take just a second to come up here. And then you can see right here, here's the top usage and the top charges. For the second tip and trick, we're going to talk about remaining installment billing. Customers utilizing their bill using the installment plan have a new option. If a customer wants to pay off their installment balance, there's an option for the remaining installment balance. And we do have an example there, but I want to show you the example here that if I go in here to billing and I see this remaining installment billing right here, I can click on. I have a customer here. Let's say that they want to come in and pay the rest of their installment balance. And I can see here the post date and the due date. I can say add. I see right here that the installment, I can double click on that. And that's if this customer came in and paid the $600 to pay it off. And we're going to say total bill. And then that way we can just say OK. And then we can say cancel. And then now that customer's balance has been billed. So then that way they can go in here, go right here. And we can see that it's been billed out. Now they can make a payment and they can have the installment off of their account. For the third tip and trick, we're going to talk about batch payments. Within batch payments and simple batch payments, there's now an option to enter a deleted reason when a receipt is deleted from the batch. A receipt can only be deleted prior to updating while it's still on batch entry screen. Once it's been updated or posted, the receipt cannot be deleted. So what we're kind of talking about here is if we go down here into receipts, and we can go into batch or simple batch. For this example, I'm just going to go into batch and say add and say I want to add a receipt. I want to add a receipt here. And then maybe say I put in $100 here. It's a check. It's check 123. And I'm going to press the OK button. Now while it's here, when I delete it, I have this delete reason box down here. I can put something like amount put in error. I have spell check here to help me. And then I can delete. And then that option will show up here under receipt history. When I double click on it, and then I could see delete reason right here. And the same thing works when we're in simple batch. If we add in here, we can add in the same. Oops, sorry. Let's try that one more time. If we click right here, and then we click on the amount, we make the same thing. We can make it check 123. We can delete. And we can say delete reason. And we can say OK. So then it's put in there. So if we close that, it's still in here in the receipt history as well. For the fourth tip and trick, we're going to talk about bill print. An option is now available for users using the new statement bill to include an additional name on the bill. To enable this option, for an individual customer, click on the button located to the right of the additional name field. This button will display the additional billing name information. A checkbox is available at the bottom of this screen labeled Include Additional Name on New Statement Bill. This is available for both billing and owner information. Where that's at is if we go into customer maintenance, and then we can just pick this first account, for example, and then let's just say in here that we have Joseph's brother, Bob, in there. And then we see this little window here, additional billing information. We click on that right here, is include additional information on new statement bill. So as long as I print the new statement bill, I'll see Joseph and Bob Smith print on this bill. So I can go in here, I can close, I can update the information. If I want to see, it's still in there. And then I can go in here, I can go to interactive, I can add, let's go and let's just add a bill for them. I'm going to go ahead and say OK. I'm just making up a reading here. I have the information in here. Now I'm going to go and press OK. And then if I want to go ahead and print that bill, I'm going to go ahead and go in here. I'm going to print that bill. I'm going to press OK. You can see it updated there. And then now we can actually go in here to customer maintenance. We can bring this up. And then when I view the bill that I can see on here, that for the fifth tip and trick, we're going to talk about interactive billing. An additional sort feature has been added to interactive billing sequence drop-down menu, which now includes 3 custom alphanumeric and then 3 custom alphabetic fields. These options have been added to these options have been in customer maintenance for a long time, but now we have them in interactive billing. We can see right here, and where those options are, if you currently do not use them, is in system controls, and you click on edit, and then we go in here to the top to custom fields, and you see right here we have both of those. Like some places, they may have like a zoning code or any other that kind of information they have in here. So like let's use zoning code in here, and we can press OK on that. And then now once we go into interactive billing, and let's say we have the zoning code filled out, you see right there, that option would be available now, and that would fill them out and sort it by zoning code. For the sixth tip and trick, we're going to talk about security. To require a password change at next user login, you can set up to where basically a user is, like the next time they log in, it's going to say that change their password. So if we go up here under File, Utilities, Security, and we go in here, and let's pick someone. If I pick like my account in here, and I press the Edit button, and I say Require password change at next login, and I press OK, a password must be assigned to the user at their next login. And then right here, it's forcing me to go in this password field. And I can say OK here, and then close, and then close. And then when I go to open up Cubic, and then I log in with that login, you're going to get here, you are required to change your password before continuing. And I can go in here, I can type in what my new password is, and then now it has me log in like I normally log in and see things. For the seventh tip and trick, we're going to talk about e-reminders. In System Controls Features tab, selecting e-billing information will allow you to find a tab for e-reminder. This is where the user has the ability to set up an email notification to remind customers of an upcoming due date. Users can now include the amount remaining in the box of e-reminder notifications and adding the code exclamation bill remind due in the message box. Previously, you could only display the due date and the bill amount. But with this new update, you can include the remaining amount owed for customers to have made a partial payment to give them an updated due balance. Where that's at is if we go up here to General and then dash System Controls right here, and we click on the Edit button, we can go in here and under the e-billing information, there's this new tab called e-reminder. So normally you would have your email server, your SMTP, and email address and everything set up here. So I'm in the demo that does not have that. But here is the e-reminder, and we can have the subject, and we can have by due by, bill due amount, bill remaining due. We can show these things of when it's due by, when it's about, and when it's what's left that's remaining. And it'd be a good way to give customers a way to be a reminder of when the due date is coming up. For the 8th tip and trick, we're going to jump down to work orders. A range of work order technicians has been added to the work order appointment screen when the only show my work order box is unchecked. This gives the ability for technicians to see other work order appointments assigned to multiple technicians by entering a date range. So where that's at is if I go down here and I clicked on work orders, and I'm going to go into work order maintenance, and there's this appointments button right here. I'm going to go ahead and click on that appointments button. And where it can be is if I can pick the drop down here and I can select from it too. But if I leave this unchecked, to only show my work orders unchecked, and I pick a range for the week and I press the enter button, I can see here that I can, on 6/19 between 1 and 2, the technician Bill has an appointment. For the 9th tip and trick, we're going to talk about customer maintenance. If I go into customers and customer maintenance, I can go in here to any one of these customers, like for example, and before we had access internet inquiry. Now we just have an internet inquiry button in here. And when we click on that, we have a few different options here. We have access internet inquiry, require password reset, and remove registered account. So before you'd have to go through the option of going to internet inquiry, and then you could, reset password or remove registered account from there. Now we have it in customer maintenance on this access internet inquiry button. And you can click right here under that. And you can see right here, that works just the same, taking us to their internet inquiry site. And then I'm not going to do it here because we're in demo mode, but here I can say require password reset, and I can type in yes to verify that. I'm going to cancel, and I can remove registered account, and I can type yes to approve that. And I can do everything right here from this one screen in customer maintenance. For the 10th and final tip and trick, we're talking about notes. There is now the ability to pin a note to the customer's screen. These pin notes stay at the top of the grid regardless of the note date. There is a new pin to top. Where that is we go into customer maintenance, and then if we go in here and we find someone that maybe has some notes in here, like this person, we can take this old note here, I can double click on it, and I can see this pin to top right here. So to click on that, it's pinning that to the top. So it doesn't matter how many other notes I have in here, this note is pinned to the top. And it gives you the option here to easily be able to find those notes if that does have some importance to it, that something we need to have pinned up here. Like in this case, I just grabbed an application for a new service, but normally we would have something, maybe it could be otherwise related to the customer. And if there are multiple notes to the customer that are pinned to the top or also checked, the most recently checked note will show at the top. The pinning is not shown the follow-up alerts or note report. A small pin icon, which is right here, will be shown in all your pinned notes, and your unpinned notes will not have that. This concludes the Cubic Utility Billing System Release 23 Tips and Tricks presentation. I hope that you enjoyed the presentation and picked up on many items that will enhance your daily cubic experience. If you have any questions over the material I covered in this presentation, please don't hesitate to contact support at Fry at 1-800 659 3739. I repeat, that number is 1-800 659 3739. We'll be happy to assist you.